My dear students, we have some more lessons in chapter 10. Lesson 4, we have area of the circle. If we have any circle, how we can find area of the circle? There's a rule for finding area of any circle. A, it means area, equals pi times by r square. R, it means radius. Pi, we have a number, use it for pi 3.14 or 22 over 7. As you like, if you use it, 3.14 or 22 over 7. Let's see example. Find the area of this circle. We have 3 centimeters. This is radius equals to 3 centimeters. We need to write a rule first step. A equals pi times by r square. Pi is 3.14 times by 3 power 2 because radius is 3 power 2. Now, by order of operations, exponent before times. We need to find exponent and times it. 3 power 2 equals 9. 3.14 times by 9 equals, if you times it, we get 28.26 centimeters square. This square use it for area. If we have area, we need to write square. If we have meter, centimeter, kilometer, or any things like this one, we need to write it by power 2. Find the area of this circle. If we have decimal, also it's same, just we need to write a rule. A equals pi times by r square. Radius equals 1.5 meter. Here we have by meter, measured by meter. So pi equals 3.14 times by 1.5 power 2. 1.5 power 2, it means 1.5 times by 1.5 because we have power 2. 2 times it. 3.14 times 1.5 power 2 equals 2.25. So, if we times in 3.14 times by 2.25 equals 7.065 meters square. This example, if we have diameter, how we can change to radius? Because in our rule, there's radius. So we need change diameter to radius by what? If we have diameter, it means we need to divide it by 2 because every diameter is 2 radius. We need to divide it by 2 to get radius. Our diameter is 8 meters. So diameter equals to 8. We need to get radius divided by 2. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So radius equals 4 meter. Also, we have a rule A equals to pi times by r square. A, it means area, times it by pi equals 3.14 or 22 over 7, as you like. But this one, I think, is easier. R, it means radius, 4 power 2. 4 power 2 equals 16 because 4 times by 4 equals 16. 16 times by 3.14 equals 50.24 meters square. Lesson 5, we have surface area of rectangular prism and pyramid. So, there's a net of rectangular prism in this example. If we want to find it, surface area, we can find for each rectangle, area of each rectangle, and plus it, we get surface area. So, we can use this formula, A equals to L times by W. L, it means length, W, it means width. For the first face, we have face A equals length equals 5 and width equals to 5, length equals to 11. Length equals to 11 and width equals to 5. So A, it means area of this rectangle. 11 times by 5 equals 55. Face B, also we have a rectangle, so we need to find same rule, length times by width. Length equals to 21, width equals to 11. So 21 times by 11 equals 231. Face C, same formula. A equals L times by W. For phase C, we have 21 times by 5 because length equals 21 and width equals to 5. We get 105. Phase D, also we have a rectangle. A equals 21 times by 11 equals to 231. Phase E, length equals 21 and width equals to 5 times 105. The last one, phase F. A equals length equals 11 and width equals 5. So 11 times by 5 equals 55. If you want to find surface area, we need 2 plus all data we get it. 55 plus 231 plus 105 plus 231 plus 105 plus 55. So we get 782 centimeters square. This one square, use it for area. As an example, if we have like this one, find the surface area of the prism at the right. We have top, front, and side. When we talk about top, also we have bottom. If we have talk about front, also we have back. If we talk about sides, so we have left and right sides. So for the first one, we need to find front and back. Front and back, we have a rule. A equals length times by W. So our length equals to 8 times by 6, so because width equals 6. Length and width 6 times by 8, because we have front and back, we need to times it by 2. 6 times by 8 times by 2 equals 96, because 6 times 8 equals 48 times by 2 equals 96. And we need to find top and bottom. So 6 times by 4 times it by 2, because we have top and bottom together. It's 48. When we find sides left and right together, 4 times by 8 times by 2, we get 64. Also, if you want to find surface area, S, it means surface area. 96 plus 48 plus 64 equals 208. So the surface area of this prism equals 208 centimeter square. If we have pyramids, so for every pyramid we have one square and four triangle. We need to find area of square and area of triangle. We have a rule for area of the square equals S square, S power 2. It means S times by S, side times by side. Also, there's a rule for triangle. For triangle, there's a rule we have 1 over 2 times by B, it means base, times by edge, it means height. Find the surface area of the pyramid. So, surface area of the pyramid, we have area of the square plus 4 times area of the triangle, because we have 4 triangle. S equals S squared, because side times by side, plus 4, 1 over 2 times by base times by height. This is rule for area of the triangle. Area of the square, we have 6 power 2 plus 4, 1 over 2, base equals to 6 and height equals to 5. So 6 square equals 36, and 1 over 2 times by 6 times by 5 equals 15, because 1 over 2 times by 6, it means half of 6 equals 3, times by 5 equals 15. So 36 times by 60 equals 96. The surface area of this pyramid equals 96 meters square. Lesson 6, this is the last lesson in your book, volume. So if we have any figures, if you want to find volume for any figures, we have a rule. Length times by width times by height. This we need length, width, and height. For the first figure, we have find the volume. We have what? Length times by width times by height. Just times it between three numbers. 3 times by 2 times by 4. 3 times 2 equals 6 times by 4 equals 24 meter triple or power 3 because we have length, width, and height, 3 dimensions. So we need to write meter, centimeter, or kilometer by triple or power 3. The second one, we have length equals to 12, width equals to 9, and height equals to 3. Also, we need to write a rule. V, it means volume, equals to what? Length times by width times by height. Just times between three numbers. If you times it, we get 324 meter triple. If we have triangular prism, we can use this rule for finding volume of the triangle prism. This rule V equals 1 over 2 times by length times by width times by height. Now, this one, find the volume of the prism at the right. We have triangle prism, so we need to use this rule. V equals 1 over 2 times by L, it means length, times by width, W, it means width, times by H, it means height. 1 over 2 length equals to 2.8 times by width equals 4.2 and height equals to 5. If you times it, 1 over 2 times by 2.8, it means half of 2.8, we get 1.4 times by 4.2 times by 5. 1.4 times by 4.2, we get 5.88 times by 5. If you times it, we get 5 times 5.88, we get 29.4 centimeter triple.